A very good morning. It's Mark here. It is 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. GMT, Wednesday, February the 12th. And I am watching for, before I start, on the dollar index. Bear in mind that at 8:30, in 30 minutes' time, we have a data release, CPI, Consumer Price Index. I do believe that's going to have a marked effect on the market, on the US dollar, on the equity markets when they open. So bear in mind to keep an eye on that. US dollar index going into this US session. Yesterday we had a sell-off. You can see that. Resistance 108.35, support 107.63. The bias is down, but I have drawn in this ascending trend line, and you can see that we have this ascending trend line for buyers acting as a area for a bounce up, and it coincides with the support from yesterday at 107.61. Could well be a springboard if buyers are looking, and strong US dollar, this could well be the floor, this could well be the support, looking to excuse me, looking to come up and test the 108 level, and yesterday's 108.33. Let's have a look at the S&P. Bear in mind, Wall Street opens up in an hour and a half. And like I did say, I would watch for the response, the reaction on the US dollar, and then following that on how Wall Street reacts to the CPI data coming out in half an hour. Here I've got the opposite, the inverse relationship of the ascending trend line I had on the US dollar index. Here I've got a descending trend line with a series of lower highs. There's been, the bias is up for now. You can see in pre-market trading, a small green candle as well yesterday, an add on to Monday. So the bias is up. Buyers are looking to test this resistance at 6,100. 6,100 has become the level that buyers are looking to break above. Sellers, of course, will be looking below and looking to come and test the 6,059 support from yesterday. Let's have a look at gold. Interesting. Gold, the second day in a row, and we haven't seen that for a long time on the dailies, a red candlestick. I'm still not convinced that this turnaround will last for that long. I think this is not a lack of demand. It looks more to me like some profit taking, a natural retracement following these record highs that are getting set every day. Yesterday, 2,941. Taking a step back and looking at the big picture, I think the relevant levels to assess this retracement that we're seeing would firstly be the support at 2,834, this red candle here, which we had a few days ago, and also to look at our fib using my fib retracement tool. So I have measured the preceding uptrend from 2,580 all the way up to yesterday's high at 2,941, and the first fib retracement level comes in here at, and that's 38.2%, comes in at 2,803. So 2,803, the fib level. The support I've got here at 2,833. So this area for me will be the testing area if this is to continue. On the shorter time frames, I'll be looking for opportunities to buy. I still see demand for gold, and I'll go to the shorter time frames to look for buying opportunities. Let's have a look at how oil's performing. We had two strong days on Brent. And wow, have a look today, a big gap up again. So this uptrend is certainly looking strong, gapped up from a close at 76.03 yesterday, all the way up to 76.76. Given up a little bit of that today, but often a gap up is a precursor, a sign of what's to come. So the uptrend is looking good, and this may well be this sell-off that we're seeing since the open because of the gap higher could provide buyers with an opportunity to join this uptrend and look to test the 77 level and resistance, which is sitting at 77.36. Sellers, of course, will be looking to break below the 76 area. Bitcoin. Got a lot going on here in Bitcoin. I'll show you why I have all these lines here. Pretty much our support after yesterday at 94,800 and resistance at 98,500. You've got a $4,000 range. It's a big range, but everything is relative. And for Bitcoin, it's kind of narrow. If you look at the last week plus, going on almost 2 weeks of trading, it's been pretty flat, lots of dojis, and neither buyers nor sellers really able to establish a real trend, either for buyers to go up and test the 100,000 and higher and the record highs, or for sellers to come below that, below $90,000 area. And I think it'll need some fundamentals to move it, maybe Trump or the White House concentrating on crypto, talking about crypto the way he did, the way Trump did before the election, whereas now it's all about tariffs and a whole bunch of other priorities, I guess. So Bitcoin taking a bit of a breather for now. And why I have these two blue lines in here, I went down to the hourly, and if it is going to sit in a tight-ish kind of range, nothing wrong with trading the range, buying off support levels sitting at 95,800, selling off resistance levels sitting at 96,400. 95.5, 96.5, $1,500 range. So certainly some room for some range trading until a real direction, a real trend establishes itself on the daily. Good trading. I'll see you at the end of day.